Absolutely.
Let me zip up my fly.
Yeah, please. Jesus, man, you're always fucking pulling your fly out.
What do you mean?
You're always pulling your cock out in front of people.
You keep doing that.
No,
We meant to tell you. To
stop.
Even though you're only home, stop.
Yeah.
You bring
No.
people over.
Stop inviting people over to pull your cock out.
If I invite someone and ask them if I can pull out my cock
Mm.
Now you
in my
got a point.
room, in my room.
Mm.
That's
Hold on.
fair.
Are you both in your room, or are you just in your room?
Are
with the
you in
door
your
open?
room in there in the kitchen getting a bowl of cereal?
Yeah, you can see directly into my room. My cock is out.
Hey, that's
and
on you.
It's just like, hey, this is my house.
It's my house.
This
My
is
house, my rules.
My
Cock's out.
American house.
That's my American Horror Story. Is seeing Max cock.
That's really funny.
No, it's not. My cock looks perfectly average.
Beautiful.
You couldn't pick my cock out of a line of 2 people.
That's great.
I bet I could. You and a black guy.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
When are we starting?
Yeah. Fuck.
This is how we start.
This is how.
This is as loose as it gets. Our podcast
No
is every
reservations.
that's we're known as No Reservations
No
podcast.
reservations.
I have a very loose penis.
That's true.
Wow.
It's like a bat's wing.
It's like, you know how like most penises is one piece? You have like a couple
What do you-
pieces in there.
What do you mean?
A penis is one thing.
It's like one unit.
It's one thing.
It's kind of. It's kind of 2 things.
No, that's balls.
No,
That's another thing.
the shaft and the head.
Oh, that's too all right.
No, they're two.
It's connected.
I think
connected.
no. I would say the shaft and the head are. It's one big thing.
Oh.
Would you
Okay,
call a cow
so-
2 things because it has a head and legs?
Okay, no, but your arm includes your hand, which is a separate thing.
It's not
So
separate.
one-
It's a specification of a
One
part
thing
of it.
is 2 things.
But if I'm talking about the head of my penis or my penis, if I say penis, you don't imagine just the shaft of my penis with no head on it.
Like, oh.
Yes, I do. So the rest of them are the same size as mine.
Do you want a picture of my shaft and also the head? That's what I ask women.
yeah. Usually put a sensor bar.
Only the tip of mine gets hard.
Yeah.
The shaft stays really soft,
It just like it just gets
and then my pelvis gets really hard.
yeah. It's a nightmare down there for
It's
all of us.
really rough.
All of our penises are a nightmare in different and unique ways, which is kind of beautiful.
Mine's a nightmare
is.
because you can only see it on Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Mine's a nightmare because if you can read and you know it's a dream.
Yeah.
If you could read my penis, I
If you
guess.
could read Diego's penis.
What are you talking about?
You can't read in your dreams.
I can.
Wow.
Are you not able to read in your dreams?
No,
I
Diego.
can't read when I'm awake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, motherfucker.
How do you know if you're dreaming or
Yeah.
Buddy, this whole thing could be a dream.
You're sitting there being like, pinch me. You're just at the regular library.
Hey, do me a favor. Hit me.
Hey, do me a kindness. Can you do me a kindness?
Yeah, I wish it was a dream. That'd be fun.
I
I tried lucid dreaming for a little bit. I bought a book. Crazy, first of all.
Yeah.
I read it, most of it.
Insane.
And it kind of works a little bit.
You have
I
to-
kind of practiced. What you do is you practice in your awake life.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
I heard, and
your-
this is
in your-
embarrassing,
In your waking life.
I heard advice on the Joe Rogan podcast
Yes,
about
of
10
course.
years ago that when you walk up into a door, you should stop at the door and ask yourself, is this a dream? And do it
Ah.
every time you walk through the door. And you just get
Interesting.
used to it. And all of a sudden, apparently you walk through a lot of doors in your dreams.
Interesting.
And at one point, I was walking through the door and I went, is this a dream?
And it was.
And it was.
Oh.
And I was able to like move around a little bit and like control what happened to the dream vaguely.
Yeah.
I can control where the situation was taking place, and then sometimes I can control
Not the guy
what
from
I
the
did.
Jersey Shore.
No, you can't control
Not
him.
Mike the
He's
situation.
uncontrollable.
Yeah.
You could wrangle him. We put him in prison.
Yeah.
Still can control him.
He still was Italian there.
Yeah.
He went to the jail for the crime of being Italian.
Yeah, because he's been planning on going to jail for a long time.
Do you think
Gym, tan, laundry. That's most of the
That's mostly
prisoners
what-
do
yeah.
anyway.
Okay, so you did lucid dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Desi Arnaz. I do lucid dreaming.
I dream of Lucy.
And what's that entail?
I just
Yeah.
can't stop eating chocolates on a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
That's one of your reoccurring dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to lucid dream this week.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I think I told you guys about it a couple days ago, but I remember I was standing in like a rich Victorian house, and I was holding like a knife, and there was a Victorian child like wearing the blue bonnet and like the lollipop and stuff, and I'm standing there with a knife, and I'm like, I'm dreaming right now. I wonder if I could kill this kid in my
Awesome
dream.
first thought.
And so I go up to the kid and I stab him and he disappears. And my own voice in my own dream head was like, "Hey man, you can't kill kids. I know this is your dream and you're dreaming this right now, but you're not allowed to kill kids in your own dream." And I'm like, I'm right. I shouldn't kill a kid in my own dream.
I'm right.
I don't know. It was really weird. My dreams are really like
Good call, me.
it's very Godhead in my dreams. Like I'm the what do they call that where you are a thing but also not the thing?
I have no idea.
It's what the cat it's like a lot of traditional Christian churches believe that like the Holy Ghost, God, and Jesus are three separate entities, but also they're not. They're different.
Interesting.
I don't know what that is.
It has a special name, so that's what I feel like I'm in my dream because
I feel like you're like that in real life.
No, because I don't.
You are something, and then you also aren't it.
You are my God.
I'm a thing, and then I'm not a thing.
Yeah. Because sometimes you're in the living room, and then sometimes you're not. And I'm like, what the hell? Where'd he go?
When I get home and you're not in the living room, I get really worried.
Yeah.
But then you look again, I'm right there.
Oh, thank God.
I was here the whole time.
Where's Mac? Oh, he's in the bathroom. Okay, thank
I
God.
remember being able to lucid dream when I was a kid, but I didn't know what it was.
Oh.
I could control my, infrequently.
Vaguely, yeah.
But a couple times I could, control what was my surroundings or something in my dream, being like, I would like to fly right now.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And then I flew. And now I don't remember my dreams at all.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, they're so mundane.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to plug products on your podcast?
Oh, that fucking goop that you guys ingest?
Yeah, so me and you can bleep it if you don't
I don't give a fuck.
want to be sponsored. Shayne and I, roommate Shayne Smith, he's also a notorious insomniac, and we both I've been taking.
I woke up to pee at about 4:30 in the morning. I could hear him opening a soda.
I think
Jesus
you know
Christ.
what? I think we might have figured out the culprit there.
Yeah.
I think that was me at 4.
Right.
I was up till 5 this morning.
Okay, Jesus.
Playing Slime Rancher.
Okay, we'll do a gamer
stupid
corner.
game.
We'll do gamer corner because we're both gamers now.
Yeah, we're hardcore gamers.
He's been a gamer.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you guys are both. Yeah. Well, now you're both on.
Diego's
Okay.
But I've started drinking this stuff called Dream Water.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
It fucking works. It's insane.
Is it just like crushed up melatonin pills in a powder?
So it's basically 5-HTP, which you're not supposed to take if you're on SSRIs. Shot it. Just be careful, anybody. I want to be responsible.
Thank you so much.
5-HTP.
I would say 95% of our listeners are on SSRIs.
Yeah. So sorry if you need to sleep, you got to do something
Or
else.
should be.
Yes, you definitely need to be. But 5-HTP, melatonin, and GABA. I don't know what GABA is, but I've taken.
The thing that the Ramones sing about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gabba, gabba, hey.
Gabba, gabba,
Gabba,
oh.
gabba, hey.
And so
They don't know what the fuck they're singing about.
I took them. I've taken melatonin before, and it never works.
Yeah.
So I've taken this, and I'm like, within 30 minutes, 45 minutes, my eyes get heavy, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's working. You ever take a vitamin, and you're like, yeah, it doesn't work, but it makes me feel 0.01% better.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I guess I'm gonna keep taking this. You drink caffeine drinks, and you're like, I don't feel the energy, but I don't. The cravings have gone away.
Yeah.
This is the first thing where I've taken where I'm like, oh, I actually feel sleepy.
Sick.
So I started taking that,
Oh.
and then I've been able to remember my dreams when I first wake up, and that's a big. I think one of the second step to
writing it down
is right when you wake up, being very conscious of holding onto the dream for as long, because you'll still forget it. Your brain pumps full of forgetful dream chemicals when you wake up, but just being able to sit there and really remember your dream is a good way to lucid dream.
Oh, interesting.
Ben Franklin used to hold a bell, and when he'd fall asleep, his hand would naturally open, and the bell would make noise and wake him up, and then he'd have ideas while he was sleeping.
Oh,
And then just write them down real
And
quick.
write them down.
He was like, I want to really fuck a French bitch. and then he made his dream a reality.
he's walking around his house like, something about a key and a kite.
He's like, Ben, go to bed.
You know, he didn't invent that. He bought that for $5 from some other scientist.
Of course.
And he's like, can I? Because that's
He's Don
Trying a
Draper.
joke. Yeah.
it's like old 1920s comedy where
Yeah.
someone's like,
Can I
that's
use that?
Well, they didn't even ask back then.
Yeah,
They were just like, there's 10
How about this? I'm going
jokes.
to use it or I'm going to cave your head in with a piece of wood. How about that?
And I'll never get caught from
No. I'll cave your head in and I'll walk 20 feet that way and they'll never think it was me.
Unless you kill someone in front of a cop.
Yeah.
Even now.
Good point.
But old science was just old comedy. There was 40 dudes
There is not-
and there
yeah.
was 10 jokes, 10 bits that they would do.
There's some other guy being like, Isaac Newton, that motherfucker, an apple fell on my head.
Dude, totally. All those lying sons of bitches.
Yeah.
It's just whoever put their name down in a book first.
Yeah.
Was like, that was me. I did it.
I did it. Me.
Yeah.
Give me.
The-
I have no problem sleeping though. Like, I'll wake up in the night, but falling asleep is really like, I got a lot of problems in my life.
But you sleep well.
I fall asleep really easily, and I always have.
How fast?
Literally, if I'm like, unless I'm like, there's something really, unless I'm like really sick or like in pain or something, like if I'm like, okay, I have turned all the lights off in the room, and even if there's a TV on still, I'm literally like, it's time to go to sleep, and I'll like lay down and 10 minutes. Like, I'm
Wow.
just out.
I've never been able to do that in my life.
It's so,
Yeah.
it's, what one time when we were on the road, Shayne was in our room eating ice cream, and me and Diego were sitting in the bed because there wasn't really anywhere to sit. So we're in the bed, Shane's in the chair next to it, and everyone's talking, and I'm just immediately asleep.
It was-
'Cause the lights
It was so fast, it felt like a bit.
the lights were off. The Shark Tank was on. It was soothing. I was there with all people I trust.
Yeah.
Just, like, just gone.
Is there like certain shows you like to fall asleep to? Because I have like two
No.
that will put me out faster, and that's Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Because it's
Oh.
boring and sucks.
No, you know, fuck you. And that's one of the greatest.
I just wanted
it's
to-
the second greatest show ever created, and then the other one is
Mad Men's number one.
The first, is the
X-Files.
first one.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
So there's something about like just weird beat, like the keyboards kind of droning, like the
and both
80s,
those are
90s.
kind of quiet. Like,
yeah. Really mysterious.
Yeah.
And they really comfort, like they put me in a comfy state. So, but
Yeah.
it still takes me watching that show 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So.
But I also like do sit in bed and like watch stuff for a while anyway, though.
Yeah.
But as soon as I'm starting to feel like a little like, oh, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm just like, okay, lights off,
And then
time to go to sleep.
no,
Yeah.
when
I
I
just fall asleep.
when I feel that, I will like, okay, I'm feeling it, and then I'll put my like phone down or whatever, and then I'll immediately wake up from that.
Oh,
So my normal, when my uninhibited sleep schedule or style is, I'm watching TikToks with the phone above my face until it falls and hits me in the face, and then I like wake up, put my phone, and then fall back asleep.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
fun.
It's very
see, lately, I'll like go to bed. I'll go to my room. The last couple nights I've been writing like late at night, and it actually has been working really well for me. But
A horse?
writing,
Got it.
riding a horse.
I've been riding a horse. I go hoof,
Come here. Come here, horse.
second hoof,
Hoof,
third hoof,
back,
leg,
big ass.
tail, devil's eye, the eyes of a demon,
Yeah.
big scary teeth.
knows human language for some reason. Really likes peanut butter.
God, I just keep writing that. But no, I've been charging my phone across the room, and so I just like once I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go sit in bed and watch stuff on TV. I charge my phone on my desk, and then I'm just in my bed, so I don't even have like the staring at my screen thing anymore.
The microwave's right next to your brain, giving you
Yeah.
cancer and
Yeah.
keeping you awake.
I
all
mean,
night.
that's the thing where I'm like, I've already like roasted my penis and brain from using my phone so much and keeping it in my pocket all the time that it doesn't matter. My penis, asshole, and brain are full of gamma rays.
I've always wondered why you have like a codpiece pocket that you keep your phone in.
Yeah, I have a glowing green penis and ass.
Yeah, man. You got to get those Kevlar X-ray at the dentist's
Dude,
underwear.
I got to use the lead line bag I keep my film in, but I just keep my penis in there.
Yep.
I have lead lined underwear.
It stinks.
Yeah.
Oh, your penis stinks more than usual. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
lead line underwear.
Well, but that's been helping me fall asleep like easier.
Okay. Nope.
Just because in a way that it's like I'm not like, oh, the Blu-ray, the blue light. I'm just like, oh, I'm just not like scrolling on my phone instead of just sleeping.
Yeah.
Where like, because this isn't once you're up after a certain time, you're like, there's not any new posts to look at right now.
Nah, that's not true.
Once you make past the LA comics and they're done, you're like, all right, I gotta go
Yeah.
to bed.
No, if you
Don't say no to me like that.
you can follow a bunch of people online that are also insomniacs and posting the weirdest shit online.
Good point.
And so if you follow those people, then
okay,
late night hours do become like
Yeah.
weird posting hours, which I'm like, that's really good.
I guess it's just a thing where I'm like, no one's
Freaks
posting
only.
anything I want to see at that time.
Yeah. No one posts anything I want to see before 2 p.m. All this
Yeah.
morning bullshit. New
Yeah.
York Times, get out of here. I don't care what happened.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up and I see someone tweeted something at like 6:45 a.m. I was like, just have your breakfast.
Just wait.
Just
What's-
wake
why?
up. This is weird to say a joke this early in the morning. It's
there's-
just strange.
Dude, there's some people to where it's like I'm just like you gotta like turn you got like they're just like joke robot people
Yeah.
where you're just like you gotta turn it off a little bit, man. It's like sad to watch.
What do you mean?
Like
Just like every 15 minutes,
like
something?
like addicted to quote tweeting news articles and trying to make
Nah.
like a joke out of that shit.
See, I follow those people, but the schizophrenic versions.
Yeah.
So where they're doing stream of consciousness late into the night, and I'm like, this is fun. Watching someone have a breakdown in real time for weeks to
Dude,
months.
I have a book for you upstairs then. It's called Live Blog, and it's literally a live blog of a woman being addicted to drugs that she typed out every single thought she had for months. It's
What?
like 800 pages long.
When did you write this?
A couple years ago. It was like a Tumblr or like a, like blog like that.
Okay,
thing.
so she already was writing a blog, and then like
No, she decided to live blog every thought she had. It was like an art project.
Okay,
But it's like her talking about all the different pills she's taking and living at her parents' house and
I am very interested in this book.
Wow.
I read like 100 pages of it and I was like, I understand what this is.
I
Yeah.
get it.
I get it. It is like if you're interested in stuff like that, it's really
Yeah.
well written because she's like a good writer,
But also
already,
crazy.
but also kind of crazy.
That
And
rules.
also, it seems like it's kind of a character that that she was.
That's
Whatever.
my favorite style.
But yeah,
Turn it
so
up a
I think
little.
you would. I
Hey,
think
we're
you
all
would,
kind of characters.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, TBS baby, characters welcome.
Okay, baby.
But yeah, I think you would like that.
okay,
It's like in one of those like weird like downtown New York alternative literature bullshit
like
things.
that.
Woo! Love that.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's cool.
That's great. I say we jump into questions.
Oh, you
Should we
got
jump into
questions?
We got a bunch of questions.
yeah. Oh yeah, your phone works, so
My
you
phone
can do
works.
it. I hit. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you everyone for sending us questions. Again, you can always send us questions on the Instagram or the Twitter at A Little Time Pod. Where are they? There they are. Here we go. Okay, let's see all. Hey, buddy. Hey.
Hi. Do you want to be on our podcast too? We can plug a microphone in right now. Cool.
We'll do yours if you want to.
What?
you,
We'll do
you
fucking 2
can, but you
hours.
have to stop recording and
Oh, we have to stop
and
recording.
then start recording.
It's no big deal, right?
That'll take a second.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Movie magic.
Oh,
Movie
baby.
magic. Oh my God, we're back.
Who's here?
What the fuck
Oh my
is
God!
this?
And now we're here with
Shayne
Smith.
I came out of nowhere.
All four roommates.
Roommates.
Sucking off the internet.
That's what we call it. All right, we got some questions. Oh, we
Wait,
have a bunch of questions.
I need to call Shayne out right now because we could do this on their podcasts. So only the real diehard fans. We're currently recording on a Little Time podcast because Shayne was late to record our own podcast.
Yep.
Cowboy Boys.
It's
How
true.
was surfing?
How is
It was great. The
My-
shark made it better.
That's great.
Oh,
Yeah,
must
a
be
Fear
bunch of-
keeps people
So
away.
many people didn't go today, and it was a really good surf day. So it was like we had the beach all to ourselves. It was
Only
only,
the-
a core group of surfers.
only the people who really wanted it.
Exactly.
The people who really want to be there and respect the sea and understand.
I
were
love
there.
the shark. I love him and or her girl boss shark,
Girl ball shark. Yeah, could have been. She leaned into the Atlantic Ocean.
whichever way. Oh yeah.
All right, we got a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Questions.
Here we go.
Questions.
Sweet
Que-
Potato Casserole asks,
Jesus.
advice on navigating being sober around people who drink a lot. I have almost 1 year sober.
You just have to do it. I mean, there's really nothing. You have to do it and be comfortable with leaving places early.
Leaving places early is a good one.
That's
if you
the
stay
thing.
too long, I feel like it gets really annoying and then really difficult to because you're so annoyed by them.
Yeah.
You're like, if I take a couple drinks, I won't be so annoyed, and that's how they get you.
It's true. I agree with you. It truly is just a like, oh fuck, there's no right way to do this.
No.
Yeah.
I think
Drink
it's
a Diet Coke and just
It's
deal.
just, you are a person who doesn't drink in a society where everyone does drink.
Yeah, and congratulations on 1 year. It's
also,
the hardest
yeah,
year.
Yeah. But yeah, just be cool with being like, I gotta bounce because this is too much for me.
I would also say drunk people probably are not as worried as you might be sober. So
No,
they,
yeah,
they
they
would
don't.
they'd love to see
You're-
and then you leave whenever you want to leave. So
Yeah.
as soon as you stop having fun, be like, "Hey, I'm out." And drunk people they are not
No,
going
they're
to
not.
judge you in any way.
Also, maybe make a little effort to find friends who are also sober. I feel like that'd be a lot. That's very
Yeah, yeah.
useful. Most of my friends are sober, and that made it much easier for me.
Yeah.
And then I got into comedy, but I already had a strong foundation of not drinking, so It was much easier to be spending most of my nights in bars.
Or-
Find two best friends that are sober and move them in with you.
Yeah.
Or what if you start knocking drinks out of people's hands and being
Oh,
really
straight edge revenge.
What if you become a hardline?
Yeah,
dude.
militant.
One or the other?
Start burning down bars.
Burn down bars. Okay.
You start physically attacking people who are smoking cigarettes.
Big Al asks,
Yo, shout out Big Al.
have you seen Gravity Falls? And if so, what are your thoughts? I have not seen that.
I have not.
Gravity Falls. What? There's a joke there. I can't do it. I'm
I've
too
seen
stupid.
Niagara
I'm too
Falls.
stupid. Fuck. I was like, gravity go down.
Mac?
I understand what he's saying.
I know what you're saying.
I
and
thought I was gonna come up with a joke. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here we go.
You're like-
you're a professional comedian. You can do this. And I said Gravity Falls, and then I was like, fuck, there's no next thing.
More like gravity ups.
Thank you, Mac. Hell yeah, you got it.
No, that was not.
No,
Gravity
you
Falls,
got it.
What am I, Isaac Newton?
There you go.
Oh, dude.
Mac, did you see it?
I have not seen it.
All right.
seems
Anyway,
like-
let's move on.
Sorry, Big Al. It seems like it's a cartoon.
Big Al, your name suggests that you're a cool dude or a really sexy lady.
No, dude, I know Big Al.
Or both.
He's 17 years old and he's 6'10 and he can dunk.
Oh,
yeah, Big
Yeah,
Al,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
fucking go!
Yeah, dude, Big,
Big
Al
Al.
rocks.
My man.
Big Al fucking
Insane.
dunking on
How old is
people.
he?
It's like 17.
That's amazing.
I want to say.
Dude, because one time I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I put on my Instagram story just like, what's up? And he was like, go to play some pickup. We're going to play some basketball. I was like, do a dunk for me or let me see the stat sheet afterwards. And then he showed me the stat sheet afterwards. And he had a bunch of points. So,
My man.
shout out for Big Al.
This might be prejudiced. I don't think anyone over 6'5" should watch cartoons. Cartoons are a short man's and
interesting.
children's game.
But he's 17 years old. He is children.
Okay, you're still
Shout
You're
out
still
Big Al.
children.
barely.
You're still children.
You're big.
You're in that weird space where it's like, yeah, you're a man, but
You have a-
also
You have a man's
not.
body.
Yeah, man's body and a child's brain.
You're
Yeah.
you're living
what
in
I'm
the opposite
doing.
of big.
That's all of us, but we're
Yeah.
just normal size.
I have an adult's brain.
Okay.
Okay.
Hank Hill Dusu asks,
If a child was this sad, I would be so concerned.
what influences your sense of style for both living, space, and fashion?
Nothing for me. I have no sense of style.
That's true.
I know. My only sense of style came from skating and hardcore, and then my living sense of style I just simply didn't have.
Yeah.
And then I met Mike and Diego and moved in with them, and I was like, oh, I can have taste. And then over time, I began to develop it, and now I kind of, from watching them watch weird
Yeah.
gay guy videos
Yeah.
and videos and looking at your living spaces, which are both very different, by the way,
Yeah,
quite
and
different.
kind of being like, oh, I like this part of what Diego does, like this part of what Mike does, I like what the lady in the video did. I developed my own taste, and it actually raised the quality of my life significantly.
Absolutely.
This is all true. Shayne is a notorious style jacker.
Oh, my
Oh, the
Okay.
broken record.
Okay.
I thought that's what you're supposed to steal everyone's style and pick. That wasn't a nag.
Yeah.
Style
Yeah,
Jack. Yeah, Mac. Mac, authority of style, MacArthur.
Hilarious.
I'm outside of style, so that's why I can comment on
He's
it.
post style.
Yeah. I'm a
who-
thing and also not a thing.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of who influenced my like design style. Just like design magazines and all that fucking aesthetic Tumblr accounts and shit like that. Or like seeing what men like and being like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Most of my style is moving away from things, not
Yeah.
moving towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah, lately I've been like looking at old photos of like Tolkien's house or like Ernest Hemingway's cabin in Wyoming, and I'm like, all right, I just want to do something that reminds me of them.
Yeah.
But they had a style or they had a woman who was, something was happening
somebody
in the home.
Somebody with a vision was there.
Or a
And so
very
then-
close best friend that historically did nothing. They were completely straight best friends, and history looks back
Yeah.
kindly on them.
Hey, Mac, where'd you get
And an
those?
unfulfilled woman, a wife.
And
the
Mac,
wife
where'd you
slept
get
in a
those pants,
separate-
by the way?
Me.
Yeah, you get. I was like, you asked me, and I was like, wait, are these the pants Shayne gave me, or the pants Mike gave me?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is this the shirt a fan sent me?
Max
You're like
style
a
is a lot
billboard.
like finding items in a video game.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he just stumbles upon things on the ground and be like, this fits what I need.
Perfect. I have the youngest sibling style. I just
Yeah.
whatever hand it fits me, I like it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I like when something just feels deliberate and then makes me think of something that inspires me. So like I'm like, oh, I was actually deliberate about my room. I chose where to put the painting. I chose to not have X or Y. I chose the colors and the furniture and the bed. And then it's arranged in such a way that I'm like, oh yeah, I really like Hemingway. I want to live a life where that's very full like his, or I'm inspired by Tolkien or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and then also, if you do any of that, no matter what it looks like, if you're deliberate about it, women will fuck you.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
side
a
effect.
fact.
That's a weird side effect.
Juggalos.
Mm-hmm.
Juggalex.
No, well, I'm just saying
Sorry.
any style you pick.
Any side you pick it, you commit to
Wait,
it.
Juggalex is the.
That's really good.
No,
My apologies.
I don't want to. I don't want to
Yeah,
say
okay.
Juggalos as it's Juggalex.
Have you ever seen Pablo Picasso's apartment?
No.
I really like it.
Is it just like a big empty space?
No, it's like messy and has
It's
a
a
bunch of
really
stuff.
fucked up horse in it. His face is all weird.
No, it's
The
like
bed's
messy.
on the wall.
It's messy, but like full of like cool furniture and like
Okay.
obviously paint and stuff like that. So like I like the idea of being, but my living space, my bedroom, being between Pablo Picasso's apartment and the Christian Bale Batcave. In between that's the sweet spot I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Or I've said it before. I want warm minimalism.
Warm minimalism.
I want to be minimalist, but I want it to be inviting and not feel cold and not feel like empty. I want to just be like limited, but with the things that I want
So
and I need.
instead of everything's white, everything's beige.
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of an aesthetic that's happening right now.
I like the idea of it's a minimalist space, and you're kind of like, oh, it's like the room feels big and whatever because there's not a lot in it. But when you look at what is happening in a place where something is happening, it's maximalist. So like my room doesn't have a lot of stuff, but if you look at like the one painting, you're like, Jesus, a lot going on in that. Or you look at like my bookshelf, you're like, fuck, it's just like this giant wizard's pile of
Yeah.
discarded books and plants and shit. I love that idea.
It's very cool.
Yeah. And for sorry, go.
Personal style, I would just say talented Mr. Ripley. That's what I want to look
Interesting.
like all the time, but I don't have the money to look like that.
Yeah.
And Don Draper on the weekend. That kind of
Yeah.
vibe is very cool.
So
You're
like
gonna bring back fedoras.
No, never.
it is for me definitely similar to Shayne has always been like, oh, like hardcore and punk music and like skateboarding are always kind of like those were like the foundations of me being like, oh, you can like really choose what you wear and what you look like, and you could signify what kind of person you are, or at least like what kind of stuff you're into with like your clothing in this way. And then lately it's been a lot more like, oh, I want to wear clothes that make me feel like strong. They make me feel like I look strong and like sexy and like a man. I really am not interested in looking like a boy anymore. Like I don't want to look like an old man. I want to look like a guy who's doing something. I don't want to look. I mean, like, it's so funny because I have a 9,000. I'm like, here's my little band T-shirt. You know, it's like, oh, I'm like wearing like.
But you dress them up.
I do, but that's the thing is like But I also am like, oh, I can't just like if I'm just wearing like a band T-shirt and like shorts. I'm like, oh, I look like a little boy. I actually can't.
Yeah.
Wear. Like I don't want to wear this.
I
Band
found-
sorry.
Just tuck them in.
I mean,
I'm
buddy,
like, oh,
I've been,
fuck, I'm a man now.
buddy, I've
I
been
learned that
tucking.
from you guys.
Yeah, dude, I've been tucking.
A band T-shirt and a pair of nice jeans and loafers. Like that's a fit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's the
it's
thing.
a fit.
But I also am like, there is a like especially like 80s hardcore and punk leans a little bit on almost like a picking a little bit of like military style stuff.
Skinhead.
Like ish, yeah,
Little bit.
yeah, all
Little
that
bit.
stuff where you're like, oh, because like skinhead stuff, you're like, oh, you're always wearing like a button-up shirt and like all this shit. So I'm like, oh, I'm always like a
Yeah.
little bit
Shane
going,
Smith, 2007 to 2012.
yeah, and we're not talking, you know, we're talking
Non-racist skin.
non-racist.
Yeah, yeah, of
skinhead,
course.
you
I think
know.
people
But
know enough. If
yeah.
they listen to you, they know enough about punk rock.
I hope so, but you never know.
You'd be surprised.
True.
You
You'd be
never
surprised.
know.
Google Sharps, please.
Yeah. And sharks. Google sharps and sharks, because
Sharp sharks.
Yeah, one will get you.
Sharks who are anti-racism.
Yeah, sharks against racial profiling.
Okay.
Um,
sorry.
But yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, that's it really.
Dude,
Right.
you know what? Oh, one more thing to add, because I fully just it was like, oh, I'll dress good by copying Mike and Diego in some ways, and then just like adding the rollerbladers I look up to. But lately, I've been really inspired by female surfers. They all have
Oh.
this crazy good aesthetic, and they all dress like almost kind of like earthy, like they're camping people, but they do extreme sports, and they're all really artsy, and like they have a lot of vintage. And so lately I've been like really into my corduroys and like in like the way in like layers and
Yeah.
jewelry and like I don't know. Anyway, female surfers. I'm
that
like I want to dress
the
like a
worst-
lady surfer.
Is that why you bought that low cut bikini?
There it is. Yes.
That is like the worst part about the summer here, where I'm like, fuck, I want to wear layers. So Diego for my birthday got me a really great book, and it's a photo book, and there's like writing and stuff in it, but it's about like the Black Ivy style. So it's like black guys in the 50s and 60s, but taking like Ivy style and making it cool. So you're like, oh, it's like, because it's like, okay, kind of like some jazz guys and then some politicians. So it's like, but just like cool, like pants that fit really well and loafers and like really nice dress shirts or like sweaters, but then also like kind of, it's all kind of beat up because they just wear the shit out of it in a
Yeah.
cool way.
So sick.
Like that's the thing, like a beat to shit Oxford shirt is so
It's so sick.
it's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Ivy is a really good book. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Great. Biggest or most oddly specific pet peeves from Jackal Tattoo.
Oh, I got one. I stopped talking to a girl recently that I've been on a few dates because she started baby talking her cat.
Ooh,
And
okay.
it really was just like, I can't. I gotta leave this room. I gotta leave this house. It was really like I've never felt myself be like more. I'm kind of into this person to like, oh, I
Yep.
don't like this person. This
Wow.
is a pet peeve. I don't know what it is.
You don't have to. That's the thing
don't-
about pet peeves. You don't necessarily have to like have the good rationale for them.
But I would also say I don't like baby talking babies.
Okay.
Because I'm a big
I
fan of.
think it's so funny to talk to a baby like an adult.
No,
hey,
I-
Yeah,
hey, what's
yeah.
up, man?
I really do. I actually do make a conscious effort. Like when my friends are like, "Hey, meet our kid," and I'm like, "What do you think about Israel and Palestine?" Like just kind of. I don't know. I feel like it's more. It sets them
Yeah.
up better to the real world.
What's your
eventually.
deal?
Yeah, just like I'm not gonna. If you baby talk people, then it kind of I don't know, but I refuse to do it, and it makes me
Yeah.
feel gross. Is basically so.
Okay.
That's my pet.
That's a good
peeve.
one.
Yeah. What about you?
One because he
Are
reminded
we
me.
talking in dating or just in general?
Exactly. In general, but
general.
dating ones are good one. In general, people that I don't like it when people do the thing where they're asking you questions so that you ask them the question.
Oh.
Like it's like just tell me
Just
how
tell me
you're-
the thing.
Just tell me. That's I find annoying and cowardly. And then a dating one was white women who use a lot of AAVE. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
A lot of AAVE, both phrases and like mannerisms. I was with a white girl, and I only talked to her online. That we met in person, and she did a lot of like the.
Yeah.
This was like, hey, that's
not how you talk.
that's not you thing. That's not you.
Where did
Yeah.
you grow up?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What if she grew up-
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what if she's from Atlanta?
Okay, fair. My apologies if she was from Atlanta,
yeah.
but that was a big turnoff. Not because I don't like. It's just you're white doing. You're performative.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
being
yeah.
performative.
You're trying to show that you are like progressive and tolerant
To the
by,
point
by
where
like
you're-
mimicry. And
Yeah,
like,
to the point where it's
it feels like
insulting
it feels almost like it's like almost like blackface.
Yeah,
in
you're
a
doing
way.
a weird. It's,
I mean, I
it's
guess
weird.
people
What
say like digital blackface is like a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
like
yeah.
white
What
people.
if she was just code switching as a white woman?
For whom? For Diego alone?
What about you, Mike?
I mean, I have so
Yeah, man, you could make a whole hour. Out of
I
it.
do really could. And here's the
Everything
thing.
upsets you.
Everything upsets me all the time. Here's one that I know was ironic.
Okay.
Where I've been talking to some people lately, and like, I am famously cranky, kind of negative,
A little.
but like we're literally like everything is no. Everything is. I go like, here's a thing, and even if I'm joking, they're like, oh, you're actually wrong about this, and it's this, and I go like, I'm not even talking about anything that's real. We're like doing like a bit, and in the bit, it's no.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, no, everything is like, their personality is like, actually everyone's wrong except me.
Uh huh.
Like that kind of thing. And
Okay.
I'm like, listen, I've talked to you. you're dumb as shit.
Sure.
You're fucking got rocks in your head.
No, it seems like you're talking about me, but yeah.
No. But
I thought he was
there's
talking
no,
about me.
there's been no.
But I'm smart.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I think I'm not. That's not entirely correct. But you're not a no person.
No.
That's the thing. Where I go like, because even if I
Yes,
say,
I am.
even if I say something and you don't agree with it, you're like, well, this can become a conversation.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just
think
like-
that's one of my gifts of being stupid is that I don't think I'm right ever. So I just will try. I argue in terms of like me trying to figure out
yeah.
how wrong I am, but I never come at anything with like, hey, no. It's that's about
Yeah.
fighting. Well,
Yeah.
one thing I know
Yeah, it's because
how to make love to a woman.
Yeah,
I don't
Those are
make a
both
love to a
very
woman.
similar.
Hey, buddy, same thing. Both times I don't tap out.
and pet peeve in general is just people who are like incredibly indecisive.
Yeah.
I'm like, just fucking just make a choice.
Yeah,
Just you're making my day worse by not making a choice.
for sure.
Yeah.
Shane?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anything specific.
Sharks?
But I don't like
Shirts?
I don't like cowardice and I don't like cruelty.
Okay.
So I think those are unforgivable traits in a person, and they make me not respect you as a human being. Oh, hey, here's something that bothers me lately. Actually, when
It's just
people,
about us.
no, when people who
Take
are
the
in your
fucking
roommate, when people who are rich or grew up rich. Or I know have money, but then say things publicly to make it sound like they're not. Like, oh, I need money. Hey, oh my God, they took rent out of my account. Like, I know you have $1 million.
Uh-huh.
I fucking see your whatever. I've seen other people do shit like that. I don't like when here in New York we have a ton of immigrants whose. They're like, oh,
And it pisses me off.
I'm an immigrant, but their parents are both doctors from India, a
Yeah.
well-developed, good country, and it's like, shut the fuck up! Stop trying to be like some kind of downtrodden
Sure.
person.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
This is a thing that I started doing because of comedy, in that I would see people that I knew had way more money than me saying that they were poor.
Yeah.
But what they meant is they didn't have a lot of money on them. I was like, oh, I'll never, ever, ever say I'm poor on stage. I'll always say that I'm broke.
yeah,
Which is different. I'm like, I don't have a lot of money right now, but poor is a systemic and societal thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not a looking at my bank account thing.
yeah.
Because you're like, there's people who are poor, and I'm like, your parents pay your rent.
Yeah.
You're not poor.
No.
You don't have money to go on vacation right now. That's different.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
your bills are always paid. You've never gotten a letter in a red envelope before. You've never had anything shut off before. You're not poor. You don't have money right now.
Well, they're so far away from being poor, they don't understand.
Yeah.
Right, that's what-
And they in their minds are poorer than someone else. Like I went on dates with this girl who I was like, "You're rich. You live on the Upper East Side by yourself. Your parents own like a 5-bedroom house in Long Island." Like
Yeah.
to me, she was like Like I was like, "You're rich." And she was like, "I'm not rich. My family's not rich. I knew rich people growing up." And I'm like, "You're rich.
Yeah.
You literally go on an international trip once every 2 months. That's your thing."
Wow.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Like she literally Dubai. I'm in this, and sometimes she does more. She was like, and I'm just like, you think you're not rich? She's like, we're middle class. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I haven't been on an international trip since I was 9.
And you saw a guy die.
I saw 3 guys, 2 guys die.
Oh,
2 people died. And I'm
You
like,
know how-
I'm never leaving America.
That's one too many guys to watch die.
Sure.
I've never been on an international trip that a woman didn't pay for me.
yeah.
Wow.
That's baller shit, though.
Yeah, in a way. in a way where you have to be like, where you just tell a woman how much your life sucks until she buys you a plane ticket.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, actually.
When I
Yeah.
went to
Kind
South
of an
America as a 13-year-old, I didn't see anyone die.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Quick, energy drink corner
Ooh.
break. We're gonna do a
Wow.
quick one because we have a bunch of questions we want to get to.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a quick energy drink corner.
Yeah.
This week we're doing that's a Y, right?
Baya?
Yeah.
Baya energy drink. This is from Starbucks Company.
Oh.
This is the mango guava flavor with antioxidants, vitamin C for immune support, sparkling energy drink. 10% of fruit juice, which is always a good sign.
That's nice.
90 calories. Oh, here we got a poem.
Ooh.
Banya Energy. Power your day with 160 milligrams of caffeine naturally found in the fruit of the coffee plant. Delightfully refreshing, packed with fruity flavors and bubbles without any coffee flavor. Taste how Starbucks does energy.
It's so funny.
If
Starbucks
it's
doesn't.
if it's from the green coffee bean, it's going to be bad. It's
A Starbucks energy drink is just. What are we doing? It does sound. So it looks like a. It looks like a.
You guys want to share that?
It looks like a
Yeah.
gross orange. Not a nice
Not
fun
a
orange
nice
like Tang,
orange, yeah.
but like a dirty orange.
Smells very guava. It smells very guava.
I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
All right, here
Okay.
we go.
Oh, okay.
interesting.
Oh. Oh.
It's
No.
It's,
Oh, weird. No.
It's and then it's ooh, and then
It's not carbonated enough.
It feels it's not carbonated enough, and it feels like someone rubbed the guava on my tongue and pulled it away very fast.
Yeah.
The flavor's gone
It
immediately.
feels like Snapple had a mango No. They had like a not the mango one. A different. No, this tastes like Arizona RX Energy
yeah.
in the yellow can.
It smells like guava, tastes like mango, but it doesn't satisfy either.
I would
yeah.
say it has
And then
a
it has
very-
that green coffee
A little bit of that
aftertaste.
dry tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if guava normally has like a dirt flavor. Are you
No,
thinking-
that's from the dirt flavor is from the green coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
okay.
thing that
It's all
gives
green
the
coffee
energy.
juice.
All of them have that.
I'm detecting hints of dirt and
Mud.
Grit.
so
It has a slight stick essence
Yeah.
to it.
this doesn't. It might taste grit, but there's zero grit. It's very smooth.
It is very smooth.
I'm
It
not
ta-
offended, but I don't like
It tastes
it.
like
Yeah.
dirt a little bit. I don't love it. That's a.
Yeah.
It
that's
tastes
a-
like warm soda.
It's
Yeah.
not, yeah, like it's cold, but it's not. It doesn't taste cold. Is
I
that
think-
the
yeah,
thing to
that's
say?
weird.
Also,
It's
I think
weird,
that's
yeah.
I think that's a refrigerator problem that we have.
The more I have, the less I like it.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Can I have more?
That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
truly a 2.
Couldn't be more 2.
I also was thinking like hard 2.
2.
Yeah,
just
it's a 2.
straight
That's
up
a 2 across
It's
the
not
board.
offensive,
Wow.
but it's bad.
It's not the
Wow.
worst. It's not the worst thing I've ever had. But
No.
man, I don't want it.
You know what it
anymore again.
reminds me
We
of?
had
You
a
know when you go to
conversation.
a hotel and they have water and a bunch of fruit is in the top of it, and you're like, I can kind of
Yeah.
a little bit taste
It's
the
the
fruit.
essence.
How impressive is it that Starbucks probably had a corporate team taste test across the board 2 is perfect for what they're looking for.
Exactly.
They don't want to offend anyone. They already know they got your dollar because their brand. The people who are
But
gonna
they
buy
don't. But they don't want it to be psycho. They don't want it to taste like a monster.
Yeah, they don't
or
want
something.
They don't want to lose their bottom of the line coffee business
Yeah.
because this probably costs way more to make. It's like, you know what? Straight 2. They designed a perfect 2 energy drink.
Yeah. And
You-
congratulations to them.
If that's the only thing on the shelf, you're like, I guess I'll drink that. It's not what it'll do what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, cool. So, quick energy drink corner.
Great.
Did anybody send us that, or did we buy that?
I don't know. That might.
If you sent it to us, thank you. We got to write people's name.
Yeah.
I'll write people's name down now on the
On
can
cans and
themselves.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Mac didn't like it, but he's continually drinking
It's
the
so
can.
hard that it spilled all over himself. How is that possible?
Logan
It's a small
asks.
can. My mouth, I didn't understand.
It's a good bit. I love the bit. Logan asks, can be funny or serious. If you could make a new law, what would it be?
Oh.
Everyone has to give me $2,000 a month.
That's your serious one.
It's my serious one.
Universal basic income for me.
Yeah, for this apartment.
If a politician gets caught taking money from anyone who isn't the person who pays their political salary, they are instantly shot in the head. Someone just opens a door and just shoots them in the face. Like, their security detail has to kill
Has
them or
to
will
do it.
kill their security detail.
So treason.
Yeah, worse than treason, because treason you still have a trial.
Still trial for
We're
treason.
judge dreading like, oh, you took $1,000 from a pharmaceutical company,
Yeah.
blap, just immediately.
You're like, that's pretty low, actually, Pop.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think also I'm fascist with litter bugs.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
You hate
I-
litter
I-
bugs.
you really
Dude, you
hate-
would love the beach. Surfers threaten to kill people on the beach all the time for
Dude,
littering.
Should I become just a on the beach surfer? I never go into the
You
water.
never go in the water. You
I
just hold the board.
I just fuck people up at the beach. You fucking pick up your trash.
So you want to kill people who litter.
It really sets something off in the back of my brain, like nothing else. I don't.
It seems like you only have the back of your brain.
Yeah, the only the lizard part.
Only the back
Well,
part works.
This part's asleep up here. It's in dreamland, waiting for me to.
I'm
Activate
trying to
it.
think. What would I want to change? What would I make illegal?
I also
Going up the stairs while looking at your phone on the subway. Death.
death.
Get up or down faster, buddy.
Seems a bit harsh, but
It's fair.
it's
Harsh
fair.
but fair.
What do I have any? You know what? I think every rule is good. Like all the laws are. I don't know. I don't have anything.
Oh, should I answer this on the podcast?
Hey, if you,
No.
I think if you have a crush on me and you like if you like more than 5 of my posts on Instagram, blowjob. You have to give me a blowjob.
I think
You
that's.
have to.
Wait,
You're
I don't know.
gonna
Wait,
do-
this backfired
You
immediately.
have
Yeah.
too many blowjobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
dude,
many
I'm gonna
dudes-
be all booked up.
Please.
How many dudes
you're
are gonna?
You're pickling my cock.
Yeah, listen, infinite blowjob sounds great.
I think all grocery stores should be buy one get one free.
Okay, that's,
Oh.
That's my. If I buy one thing, I get another one for free.
I think most roads should have a low speed limit. You
Oh.
have to go above this speed.
Oh,
A lot of them do.
like highways and shit do.
Yeah, but I'm talking like normal
Every
normal
road.
neighborhood
also,
roads.
Mike, you're describing the self checkout, by the way.
I know I am, but I don't want to get a fucking look about it.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be fucking looking at me about
Okay,
it.
Chris Do Jiu-Jitsu asks, if Mike had to fight one author, who would it be? And we'll extend this to Shayne and Mac.
Okay, if I had to fight one author, it wouldn't be Ernest Hemingway. He boxed,
Yeah.
I think he's dead.
and he's dead. Yeah, alive or dead.
He didn't say that, but let's say alive or
I
dead.
would. You know what? I think it'd be funny to just fucking slump Stephen King, and I don't even dislike him. I think it would be funny just to beat him up.
I
Bill
think-
O'Reilly, he's an author
He's an
technically.
author. Oh,
I was thinking I was gonna fight Hitler.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Who wrote the Turner Diaries?
I was literally going to say who wrote the. I can't remember his name. I read the Turner Diaries. They're very bad. There's a really weird sex scene in there
Wait.
Loser. What a
where he's like
loser.
describing her bush a whole bunch, and I was like, "Stop!
making
Make
me hard."
them fuck. Why are you writing about her bush?"
Yeah.
Wait, can I change my answer to God since he wrote the Bible?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
nice.
I'd fight
he
Jordan
didn't write
Peterson.
it.
That'd be hilarious.
He said it, and someone else.
I
wrote
would
it.
fight Joseph Smith.
Okay.
Ooh.
That one did happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Bill O'Reilly. I think Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly's a really good answer.
Bill O'Reilly, because
Yeah.
he has a lot of books, and even my grandpa who hated him, he hated Bill O'Reilly. He's like, pretty good author.
Oh.
Interesting.
He liked
He
his
But
wrote
hey,
those
you don't have
weird
to-
history books,
like
killing Lincoln.
killing Hitler. I think.
He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
a Quentin Tarantino books.
Yeah, kind of. But he's
Um,
like, listen, I hate Bill O'Reilly. I think he's a scumbag, but not a bad author.
That's a fair thing to say, and I respect
Yeah.
someone being able to have the courage to have that opinion.
But it also was funny because before he died, he wasn't talking a lot. But I remember him just being like, I'd like to shoot Trump to death. Just talking about how he wants to kill Trump.
That's
Sick.
so
But
fucking
and
cool.
also because my grandpa did commercial real estate in New York City.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so he
really
knows.
knows who he
Yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
He might have gotten personally fucked over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Eden asks, does it ever get competitive living / working with other comedians? I would say with us, competitive in a good way where you guys are making me better, and I hope I'm also doing the same to you.
Yeah, I don't think it's competitive in like a jealousy way because it's the way I see it, where we are all separate people, but we are also a little interconnected. Where it's like if one person wins, we all kind of win.
Absolutely.
Because it's like
Especially Mac.
Especially if Mac, if Mac wins.
When
like
I win, we all win.
Wait, if he wins like a chicken wing eating contest,
All of us get to wear the shirts.
we all
yeah,
get the
man.
hat with
Yeah.
the wings on it.
My biggest personal win is when you guys accidentally buy non-vegan food.
Yeah. But it's like a thing where it's like, oh, if Diego does something, I'm like, well, that will raise his profile, which then can raise the profile of the podcast, and then blah blah blah. Or all the same thing where it's like, well, Shayne is popular and does a lot of stuff, and then brings us with him, so we get to also do something. So it's like it's kind of like a rising tide raises all ships kind of thing
Absolutely.
inside this house. In other, I get I get jealous of other people, but like here, the people I live with here, it's like, well, you guys are kind of like my brothers in a way. So I'm like, I'm just like, oh, I want you guys. I want
Yeah.
everyone that lives here to do well.
Absolutely.
So why would I be upset?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
also, if you guys do really well, then I'll get some money.
Yeah.
I don't feel competitive at all with you guys. Not
do-
in like a way. I mean, you inspire me.
Yeah.
But like
Literally the same.
I don't feel I've never at any point been like, I want to do better, or like I don't think about that.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like
all.
when we're on shows together, I'm not like you know, because sometimes you'll do a show with someone and you're like, I'm gonna fucking bury
Right,
that guy.
right, right.
Oh, dude,
I want to murder you.
I did 2 spots last night where the crowd was bad for everyone, and I was like, I'm gonna be the only person who does good, and I was, and it felt fucking great.
My
yeah.
man.
So I'm not
Yeah.
like I'm gonna fucking annihilate the crowd so Shayne can't follow me. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna host so well, which is not possible for me. That Diego could fucking do shit. I'm just like, I want to do as well as I can so everyone has a good time at our show.
Yeah.
Which is way different than if I'm just on a show with some random people and I'm like, you guys are gonna lick my fucking boot.
Oh yeah,
Kinda,
yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Great. If a friend, this is Lorena. If a friend hates your longtime situationship, should you listen or should they support?
What's the situation?
I don't know what situation.
It's like when you're like, it's what I had before I met my girlfriend.
Like
Okay.
this
It's-
person that I talk to and I hook up with every once in a while, but they're not like my actual partner.
Yeah, we're working towards it, or maybe not, and it kind of just isn't working out. But we're like hovering in this area, and we can't seem to move on.
And so
I-
her friend says she didn't like it. What was the question?
It's being like if your friend doesn't like it.
If your friend hates your longtime situationship, should you listen?
if you're in a long time situationship, I mean, it depends on what your
That
goals
almost feels
are.
counterintuitive.
Yeah, if you're a person who wants a long-term relationship and to have a fulfilling romantic relationship, you need to leave that thing immediately.
Yeah.
Your friend's probably right. But if you're a person who's just like, I have no interest in dedicating myself to what a relationship requires, and I would just like to fuck someone I kind of trust or
This
am
person meets
comfortable
those
with,
needs. Yeah,
1,000,000% that's cool, and you should not
Yeah.
listen to them. So
Yeah.
it's those two things.
yeah,
Yeah. I agree.
absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
perfectly said.
Yeah, it's the thing where I'm like, as long as you are not like distraught because of this situation, then what doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, this is exactly the thing that I want it to be.
Yeah.
And then if it's not, then get the fuck out.
I think you should fuck your friend,
Yeah.
and then
Mac makes a great point yet again.
you
Absolutely.
two hook up.
Yeah.
Threesome.
Three.
Let them know what the
Threesome.
situationship
Yeah,
is all
open
about.
their eyes
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
piping of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jiu-Jitsu also asks, what would be Diego's strategy for a hockey fight? Why is he a Devils fan instead of a Panthers fan? I'm a Devils fan because I was born in New Jersey. When I started watching hockey, which was 2000, that's the year the Devils went to the Stanley Cup Finals. So that's why I started watching during the playoffs
Wow.
at a happenstance. So I liked the team because they were better than the Panthers,
Yeah.
even though I was living in South Florida. Basically it.
That's it.
And they have the coolest name in hockey.
Cool thing. What would be my strategy for a hockey fight?
What about the West Virginia Micah Bruceys? They have a really cool name.
Is
What about the Utah Jazz?
not a hockey team.
Oh.
Would be stay low. The lead hand that controls I would control the front part of the shirt. I'd be
Sweater.
both pulling and using sweater. Good job. Pulling and using that to lead uppercuts,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
Ooh.
would throw rear or right hand body hooks to the body, get them to drop that elbow, and then go over the top, and then just keep pivoting and pivoting and pivoting. Don't stay still. Pivot to your rear side and keep pulling on this sweater so they keep losing their balance.
You know what I would do?
What would you do?
I would pop off the blade of my skate and start stabbing them in the kidneys.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
would.
smart.
I would
Prison
have
style.
brought a sharpened toothbrush to the match, and then
To the
I
hockey
would
game.
skate past behind them, and I would stab them from behind. And then as I'm skating, I would hand it off to another guy on my team, and he would take it and he would throw it into a trash can, and no one would know.
Yeah.
I would be holding a guy's sweater and be like, Diego! Dude, there's so many times where I'm like across the thing from you and I'm like, I'm just going to have to yell for Diego if some guy tries to beat me up.
I'm going to melt an ice into a ice pick.
Yeah, and then they'll never know
and
the
then
weapon.
stab,
Yeah.
and then they won't. Yeah, the ice will melt.
There's a pretty cool hockey fight at like a college game or like a lower level.
Did a guy have a gun?
No.
Oh,
He grabs the guy's shoulder and arm, and he does a fucking hip throw, like a judo hip throw where you kick out your leg and block their hip.
Yeah.
And the guy got kicked
On-
off of the team for it.
on skates.
On skates. He does a
Wow.
full hip throw with the kick out, which is hard to do on feet,
Yeah.
let alone on fucking hockey
yeah,
and
dude.
on knives on ice. But very impressive. Rob Ray was on the Buffalo Sabres. He used to take his shirt, the jersey off, and the shoulder pads off because there's nothing to grab.
Oh.
And then he's the one who he used to do that so much, they started making the jerseys different. And now hockey jerseys on the inside and the back have what's called a fight strap, and they hook onto your pants.
So you can't
You
pull them
can't
off.
take your jersey off.
And
now.
your jersey can't go over your head anymore.
Exactly. To
Oh,
be that
okay.
good of a fighter, they changed the equipment.
They're just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man, you're a fucking maniac.
They should make those for normal shirts.
Getting shirtless on the ice is so
You get
fucking
suspenders.
tough, dude. Fuck, that's
So
tough,
hard.
dude. Jesus.
It's so tough, dude. He pulled a fan onto the. One time, a fan jumped onto the bench.
Oh, that guy.
That guy, he started beating the fucking. He got like
Is that the guy-
37 punches.
Is that the
in.
guy who yanked him into the? Wait, who's the guy who yanked somebody into the penalty
Domi.
box? That's
he didn't yank
Domi?
him. So Domi went to the penalty box. Domi was like a notorious goon, and he's the away team. So he goes in the penalty box, and the guys like there's fans behind you, and one guy's like he's in the second row away, and he's leaning over the first row and leaning and screaming. And he's leaning so hard he breaks the glass and falls into the penalty box. And Domi hits him with like 9 uppercuts. Because the refs have to get
funny.
in.
He really already
lays
having-
into him.
He's already having the worst day of his life because
No.
he fell through the ice with the penalty box, got all fucked up, he's in trouble,
The
and then just
shit-
a professional athlete just fucking you up.
A hockey player who's only good at fighting. A hockey player who I've never even seen take a shot on net. I think he like tapes his stick. I think he just has it to drop.
Fuck, man. Has it taped to his glove
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
can throw his glove off immediately?
Truly the best team sport of
Dude,
all the
hockey
team
is
sports.
so sick, dude.
I think
never-
the best team sport is friendship.
Yeah, I think it's number 1.
I think friendship is the main part of hockey.
But what if we put friendship on ice?
And then we put knives on our feet,
Ooh.
and then we were allowed to fight.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
That's
You
how it
guys
happened.
sold me.
Pretty fun.
Is that all the
Good time.
questions?
That's all the questions.
That's great. I love that.
I
That's
think
really
we
nice.
did great.
I feel great.
I feel good.
How does everyone feel about friendship?
Friendship is great. It's off the charts with this
I
department.
fucking love it.
Yeah.
I think we're doing so
I'm
good.
neutral to it. but
Neutral.
That's
Interesting.
pretty good.
It's like
That's pretty
Mac
good.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh,
Switzerland.
Switzerland Mac.
Everyone is required to have a rifle.
I that's why I give all my money to Mac because he's like the Switzerland. So
You
I'm like
give
it's
him
like the Swiss bank account of our house. So
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
go
yeah.
there and I go like, "What do you do with my money?" He goes, "I don't know."
We just lift his mattress while he's sleeping on it. Get
yeah.
the money out.
I'm like, I gotta go to the store. I'm sorry. It's 4 p.m. Also.
Come on.
Wake up.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to a Little Time podcast. We appreciate it. We appreciate our friends Shayne Smith at Shay Dozer
That's right.
on everything. And you can also follow Mac at Mac Arthur.
Dr. MacArthur.
Doc MacArthur.
Dr. MacArthur.
Dr.
I got
MacArthur.
it the first time.
On everything. And you can follow Mike at Micah Brucey.
You can follow Diego at this Diego Lopez.
Patreon.com/a Little Time Pod for
Ooh.
4 bonus episodes a month. We love you. Thank you for supporting us.
What happens if you have 5 weeks in a month?
Then we have
4 bonus episodes a month.
every Monday a new.
Patreon episode.
Patreon episode
And
comes
Patreon members get to have the video of both
Ooh.
regular and Patreon episodes, only available on Patreon.
No,
Max taking his penis out.
No, no.
Shayne has been shirtless this whole time, but just a heads up if you're listening.
If you
Yeah,
wanna
that's
see-
right. So if you want to see me shirtless for whatever reason, I don't know.
Blasting
Do people
nips.
say anything when I'm shirtless on our podcast?
A bunch of horny gay guys did subscribe to our Patreon.
Fuck yeah, dude. That
Because of that.
rules.
Thanks, man.
So if you're a very horny gay guy who wants to see Shane shirtless on a Little Time Pod,
also
I've
known
never-
as a gay guy.
I've never met a gay guy who isn't unbelievably horny. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Appleton, Wisconsin
Appleton.
this weekend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then, Cleveland and Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Wilmington, North Carolina. All those coming soon. Check out ShaneSmithComedy.com.
That's right. That's where it is.
for
Love
tickets.
you.
Goodbye.